One stripe white belt versus the average dude, but this time it's on the street. What's gonna happen? So many people, especially untrained people, but even some combat sports veterans, they talk a lot about this incredible difference between sports fighting and street fighting. And mostly that's nonsense. So the biggest difference between street fighting and sports competitive is that in street fighting, a bit more might happen. So there might be weapons involved, but if we talk about like one-on-one fighting, no weapons, just the two dudes, then the difference is comparatively slim because most of what is human fighting is being trained, especially in MMA, but even already in Jiu-Jitsu. What's he gonna do? Many people that are untrained, they just assume that when they are angry, they somehow get superpowers, but they won't. And they assume what they will do on the street, but they won't. And they assume that a trained fighter will not be able to do those things that he dreams of doing, but he will. So if you're untrained and you know about eye pokes and biting, then the trained fighter knows that as well, right? He knows that. And you underestimate two things. He already learned to be much more ruthless. Even just one strike is like 20 to 50 hours of training, okay? So he learned some things. He's got a couple months of training under his belt. He learned to attack people physically at will, without any previous anger, just at will, for fun. He learned that in training. He can do that. So he's not average anymore at all, even in psychology. And to attack his eyes or his face or anything, you need to move his hands towards his face. So the defense against eye pokes and all that stuff is the exact same as the defense against rule-abiding attacks to your head and face. The defense against biting is exactly same as other grappling, because I will not just let your head, your mouth come anywhere near where you can bite me. I will not even touch your face usually in grappling, because usually it makes no sense to have my hands anywhere near your teeth. So no, you cannot bite, you cannot scratch, you cannot like attack my balls or stuff like that. And so even on the street, one stripe white belt wins, low diff. Usually an increase in complexity is only working in your favor if you can handle the complexity, if complexity is to your favorite. So if you're a trained fighter who knows more technique, then complexity will be in your favor, not in favor of the untrained guy.